Hey guys, ready to talk some smack? All right, I hope everyone's good. So, let's talk about this dude. Who's this dude? All right, this dude is the Island Viper. Who's the Island Viper, you might ask? He calls himself a parody of all the people who don't like G.I. Joe.
You're an island of reality and an ocean of diarrhea.
At least that's what he says. I don't understand it myself. I think it's sounding kind of stupid. But this guy had to poke fun at my friend and yours, Chad.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Over a very passionate post. Well, I'm going to bring up Chad's post first so that you get full context. Now, I will say Chad is upset about the way G.I. Joe is being treated. I think I don't tell anyone a lie on that. Okay. Alright. So don't say this is an AI. Nobody cares what Full Force says. Talking about Full Force podcast, they have claimed this is not AI. This is, yeah. Everyone's mom knows he's a mouthpiece simp. Now, I'm going to expand on that because people really got offended over this. The major thing has been pointed out. You can't get interviews with Lenny and anyone on the G.I. Joe team unless you basically suck up to them. It's the same all around Hasbro. X-Manny's talked at length about how, he tried to get interviews with some of the people at Marvel Legends, and they just turned him off because he was too honest.
Nothing for you! Come back 1 year!
Anyway, this isn't art. This isn't giving artists who love the work on the line a chance to shine. This is soulless, fake, and lazy. This shit shows what Hasbro thinks of putting effort into the evergreen line that has saved their ass time and time again. This is true. Hasbro has been saved by G.I. Joe a couple of times. For you cucks, Chad is colorful, who don't care about the packaging or just throw it away anyway. I'm in that boat. I throw it away anyway. You're part of the problem too. Realize that. And I have to say, him saying that, I'm like, I know I'm buying Flint and CoverGirl. And like, I gotta admit, it's like, do I pass on figures I want? Or do I just get the ones I want and just go on? I'm doing the latter. Yeah, because those are the only two I want from everything shown. But I don't make excuses for it. I mean, I think it's stupid. I think it's bullshit. 6 fingers on Televiper? I mean, come on. You make excuses for bullshit, you're only going to get more bullshit. And this is true. This is what he's talking about. The G.I. Joe community just glosses it off, act like it's nothing. No matter what it is, no matter what you see. I mean, they don't even meet you with real reasons. They just go, oh, it's not a big deal.
I can't hear you.
Well, I say it's a big deal. Well, you're wrong. That's kind of how they treat you. I've seen it since 2001, which I will get to in a moment. You're only going to get more bullshit. And you're cool. If you're cool with anything, shut up and sit on your hands. That's the other one. Is like, if you're cool with it, why are you bothering Chad? Because Chad's not cool with it. He's making it very clear he's not cool with it. Why, Island Viper, are you bugging Chad? I mean, it was funny because here's Island Viper in the video, and you feel free to watch the video. It's insulting. And he's saying, Chad should sit on his hands. Yeah, anyway. These people. Fucking Final Faction at Dollar Tree was treated with more care and respect than Hasbro gives Joe. Prove me wrong. He's right. Go ahead, prove him wrong. Evidence. You need to bring it. And that's the thing. None of these guys are ever going to bring evidence. I mean, usually guys that say, no, man, Snake Eyes was blind. I'd tag the hipsters who make this bullshit decisions, but they have me blocked. Boo-hoo. I've never even attempted. I'll drop a name. I've never even attempted to make contact with Lenny out of curiosity yesterday. While all this was happening, I checked. I'm blocked from Lenny. I've never had an interaction with him. I don't think I've said a word about him. Figure that one out. That is why I can't stand half you fucks talking about the Joe community. You don't care about Backwards Magazine. Backwards Magazine should explain that. Whoever put Footloose out for Toy Fair, if they were joking, that's stupid. That was a stupid joke because it doesn't make any sense. It makes you look like an idiot. It's not a joke. Somebody said it was just a joke. But it makes the person who did it look like an idiot. It makes the company look like an idiot. So that was stupid. You don't care about Six Fingers from Shit AI Art. By the way, Televiper has the same problem. So this is a Hasbro problem. You don't care about kids getting fucked out of toys. True again. They don't put toys out for kids anymore. They really don't. Even their kid line stuff is aimed at adults. Don't care about quality control issues. Don't care about the health of the IP overall. Key phrase, the health of the IP. I've talked a lot about Dungeons & Dragons. Dungeons & Dragons is about to go through a big problem. Numbers aren't lying. They got caught using AI art, and this is almost a straw that broke the camel's back for many D&D fans. They've had enough. They don't want to deal with it anymore, and they're turning away. And the same thing's going to happen to Joe the rate they're going. You just want new stuff. That stuck with me a little bit. I've got to admit, that stuck with me a little bit. And I'll talk about why in a minute. When you should have had your asses beat more as kids. Come at me. I hate your community anyway. Me and him are on the same page on this so much because the G.I. Joe community, I was through it since 2001. And I will say, I got sick of their shit, and I walked away for 8 years. And I regret it. It's the 8 years in which retroblasting came to be. It was a lot happened in that 8 years in the online community I didn't think would ever happen. And it's a breath of fresh air, believe me. Having dealt with all the shills, all the positive police, everything. These guys now are such a breath of fresh air. And it's been nice. We have different opinions. We can talk about those opinions, and it's not going to be a fight. You know, we can even get heated, and it's not going to be a fight. It's really amazing to me. And it's like we can all bring in perspectives from each other and go, oh yeah, I didn't think about it that way. Okay. You know, but in the end of it, I mean, it's a lot better than what these guys do. And these guys, Star Wars did it too. I'm not gonna lie, Star Wars did it too. And you know, it got rough. People left. I mean, people just got fed up. I stayed around longer than most. And you know, I'm back. I come back, and that Joe community is still over there. Different names, same attitude. It's amazing. I know one guy he said he thought it might have been military hazing. And I was like, these guys never served in the military. But taking a step back to what Chad said about, you just want new stuff. And I do think we all fall into that a little bit as collectors. I mean, we just want something new, shiny, or whatever. Yeah, I kind of jokingly call it the new shiny, you know. That's Firefly reference, by the way. And, you know, I think, you know, at times we can be grabbing shit we really don't want. You know, I've got some Ollie's purchases that I'm like, yeah, I was just grabbing shit to grab shit. I didn't want this, and I'm probably going to end up selling it. But at the same time, you know, it's healthy to recognize that behavior, because then you can reevaluate where you're going with it. But at the same time, a lot of people marry themselves to a certain IP. And, despite what that one commenter said about my, on one of my videos, that I only focus on a few lines when I was talking about DC and Mattel taking over, there were more lines in the background of that freaking video than that guy probably ever touches. It amazes me. But I think it's funny too, because, people poo-poo the DC Universe Classics when that was the same people who work on Mythic Legions. But that fan base that does the same thing. You dare to criticize them or dare to question. Oh no. I asked, why is Mythic Legions above criticism in a video, and people are like, they're not, shut up. And then, I also questioned the articulation part. And then Ninja did it. No, Ninja got roasted. Laser Pants got kicked out of the Cabal. I was never allowed in the Cabal because I just went in there out of curiosity the days that all that went down. Apparently, because I've talked to Ninja, I'm person non grata. Interesting how this all works. See, these... Where's the toxicity in this toy community? So, yeah, this guy, Island Viper, decided, to tell Chad to stay in his lane. That was most of what he said. Stay in your lane, man. Stay in your lane. The cry of the toy positive police. Didn't say Chad by name, though. Little chicken shit. Right, Island Viper? Just so you hear me. Right, Island Viper? Dude, I said your name. Okay, so Chad did do a post on this. I'm not going to go through that post. What I am going to go through, I waited a couple of days because I just decided, I need to think about this and think about what I want to say. So I did. We went through a couple other things like Matthew LaCroix's excellent Action Force customs, 3 3/4 inch. Go check them out. I'll put a couple of the pictures up here. They're on his Instagram, and I really love the Pandora. I have to say the Pandora is probably my favorite, but it's really, really good stuff. Bugged the shit out of Bobby to make these. Alright, so I decided I needed to respond. You know why? Not because I wanted to do drama, even though I do find myself in the middle of it a lot. I decided this is hitting real close to home, because these are the things that drove me away. I got sick of the passive-aggressive bullshit. Again, YouTube wasn't what it was when I left. That's been almost 12 years ago now. It's the same shit, different day. It really is. And I'm amazed that these are not the names I know. I know a couple of names. Don't get me wrong. There's a couple of names I know. And they're in the background, it seems. But it amazes me. So this is my response to that bullshit. Ahem. I've been around the online G.I. Joe community, quote unquote, since 2001. I can say beyond a shadow of a doubt that this kind of passive-aggressive smack talk is the real toxicity of the G.I. Joe fan base. Say one bad thing about Hasbro, doesn't matter how true it is, and we get this, oh, it's not a big deal. The company lied twice last year in relation to using AI art in D&D, vowing never ever using AI art again. Then a month after that promise, Chris Cox himself said the company is embracing AI art. Fact. Full Force has tried to say it is not AI art. However, if you look at the Televiper art, he has 6 fingers. The surest sign of AI art. In addition, you can blame Super 7 for Wild Bill. However, Hasbro had to approve that. If you look a little further, Disney product like Marvel and Star Wars does not use AI art. But they got roasted last year for using AI in the opening of Secret Invasion. Very telling. You keep saying stay in your lane because Chad gives a damn about how this brand looks to the outside world. He wants it to flourish. He's very passionate about Joe and upset about how they're not being good stewards of its legacy. He has said this on multiple occasions and on many forums. And he can back all of this up with factual information and has even interviewed many of the original creators of A Real American Hero who have echoed his sentiments. I mean, if his feelings echo the creators, maybe there's something to it. You should take your own advice and stay in your own lane next time. And that's how I feel. I have dealt with this kind of bullshit for 25 years. I'm going to call it out when I see it. Forget it. I'm done. This passive-aggressive bullshit to people because they have an opinion. And usually it's for clout. And let's just face it, he didn't say names because he didn't want it to get out that he was talking about Chad, except he read every word of that post. And as soon as anybody who knew Chad heard it, they knew the post, they told him about it, Chad got understandably mad. I am not here to defend Chad. No way, shape, or form. I am here to point out the truth of the matter is that this bullshit is the toxicity that they keep talking about. They're their own toxicity. You can't think any differently than any one of them when it comes to G.I. Joe. You have to follow in line. You got to think that crystal ball is awesome. I have publicly stated to people, not necessarily in the Joe community, who like the crystal ball, but I think it looks like ass. I think it looks terrible. I think it's awful. I think it's stupid. And there's no way I'm buying it. I thought Raptor was dumb. I thought they just stole the Vulture design from Spider-Man Homecoming. No, I'm not going in on this. You know? And it wasn't an argument. I just said I didn't like it. I think it's funny you tell them that. Oh no, it's really great. And tell you how wrong you are and how stupid you are. And you're not being objective, which is stupid when it's an opinion. But, you know, there's all kinds of dumb statements made like that. You know, like, we can't judge it until it's in our hands. Yeah, I can. And you know what I'm talking about. And yeah, I'll say his name too, Shartimus Prime. That was a stupid freaking statement to make. That's an old one too. I mean, that one was from way back. I mean, I'll tell you where I heard that one. I shit all over the Cobra Mountain playset. Yeah, I've been in this that long. And somebody said I can't judge it till I have it in hand. I'm like, it has fucking battle droid parts in it. From Star Wars. I can judge it. And I did. I did buy the thing. I will say this. It gave me about a week's worth of food when I sold it because it was selling pretty high at that point. It's not now, but hey, it is what it is. So some good did come out of it. Okay. I just wanted to talk about this and, you know, name names and say, dude, stay in your lane. I mean, if that's your attitude about it, stay in your damn lane. Because you got no business. It's really not your business to tell someone that they don't like something. I mean, it's exactly what you're doing. You know, well, you don't collect the line. Maybe there's a reason. Square pegs and round holes. I know I'm using a lot of Chad's cliches here. Sorry, Chad. But you get my point. I mean, I don't understand why these guys are still acting like this. because when they do, it makes them look bad now. I'm so glad a lot of people are seeing that. Take care. Much love. Have a good day.